So we just did a little elevation gain, a little hike here. We're now up at a nice high alpine lake, full of some beautiful cutthroat trout. And we're gonna see what we can do. Hook size has been on point, 10 for 10.
Oh, what? Oh.
More like 1 for 12. They don't seem to be eaten properly. I kind of blame it on that.
So the flies are working.
Definitely, flies are working. Definitely not my fault. I think it's the fish's eats that are having issues. We're figuring it out.
What's up, everybody? It's Yvonne with Trouts Fly Fishing here with Alex, webman, the man behind troutsflyfishing.com. We're here to talk about fly flies for August. It's a great time. You know, August is almost September. September is basically fall. So time is running out in the high alpine, especially to see, cutties, brookies, and the like eating dry flies. It's a good time to be up there, right, Alex?
Yep, got a few more months left. It's pretty much the best time right now. It's definitely worth getting out there.
Alex likes high alpine fishing, so we called upon him this month to take us up to a high alpine lake, chase some cutties. Let's talk about the fly flies. You might be asking why we're wearing these face masks. Well, Alex has a really killer mustache, and I don't want him to outshine me right now. So we're wearing the masks. We're also keeping socially distant and all that stuff. So, well, sort of. That's why I didn't mess up. Anyway, fly number 1, Amy's Ant, size 14, color red. Alex, why do you love the Amy's Ant?
Amy's Ant, if I'm heading up to the high alpine, it's kind of the first thing I'll toss on. Big juicy trout cheeseburger. Pretty much get it out there in front of them. If they're gonna hit it, they're really gonna take it. So it's something that's just pretty consistent and something to just kind of start your day with.
Do you like leading them with that fly, or do you slap it down behind them?
Lead them, slap it down, hit the water hard generally. If that spooks them, lighten it up. But yeah, generally it's kind of a slapping like a big beetle or hopper hitting the water. So,
do you skate that fly?
You can skate it, as we saw. You can skate it a bit.
Gets the people going.
Gets them a little riled up.
It's provocative. It's provocative. Fly number 2, the point guard beetle in size 16, Alex. There's a lot of beetles, there's terrestrials, mostly all terrestrials on this list.
Pretty much all terrestrials.
Yeah.
It's going to be an abundant food source for pretty much all those high alpine lakes.
Yeah.
So those fish are always keen in on those type of things. So.
What do you like about the point guard beetle?
Point guard beetle, a little smaller, floats really high. If they're getting a little pickier, I'll drop down something smaller like this. But in general, it's just something that's really abundant around the lake. Fish are always kind of seeking out these beetles. So find some cruising fish right along the grass. That's kind of my pick right here. Slap along a bank, lead them a ways, hope for the best.
Do you lead fish as a single fly, or you throw that as a tandem rig?
So this can be a single fly or a tandem rig. It is nice if fish are being a little spooky. You can toss some of those small ants behind it.
Yeah.
And that way you still have a good visibility of where your ant is then. But yeah, it can really be fished single or double. It's kind of whatever the fish are preferring that day.
Nice. There we go. Fly number 2, point guard beetle. HI-VIS foam beetle, size 18. Alex, another beetle.
Another beetle.
Look, I'm not going to criticize these choices, but a beetle? Alex?
A beetle. Getting smaller.
Yeah.
Getting smaller. So that's kind of the thing here is, we're sizing down. Pick your fish. Fish are catching on to you. If you throw too many cheeseburgers at them, trying to say, you have to size down. So that's where this little foam beetle comes into play.
Like a banana.
Exactly. Something like that, I would say. The trout snack.
Yeah.
That HI-VIS back though, it'll really help you when you're casting those longer distances. You can see that. You get a little bit of wake or chop out there as well too. At least you can find some sight of your fly. So small profile, nice highlighted back there. Generally, it's going to pick off some of those little pickier fish. Those fish that are kind of catching on too.
Yeah, it's a little sparser. It doesn't have the
Colorado
fluff.
Yeah, has many legs and things hanging off of it. So real simple pattern. It can be really effective at times.
Cool. Fly number 3, HI-VIS beetle. Fly number 4 is Quigley's cinnamon glitter ant. Size what?
18.
18. Thank you. Line?
Yeah.
There we go. So this is another terrestrial. We've moved on from beetles to ants.
Now we're on ants. Getting even into the smaller things now.
Yeah.
When it comes to ants at High Alpine Lake, you have your kind of like red flying ants, basic black ants, all sorts of ants. So I like to go with the red a lot of times. This one's got a little bit of flash to it, big parachute on the back, super easy to see again when you're fishing those really small flies, especially when you're casting a long distance on those kind of high alpine flats. So this is the thing that I'll put on generally behind that Amy's Ant, or even sometimes solo. But it's just be that kind of little bit of an enticer for those fish that are kind of passing up on those bigger, larger bugs that are a little more fun to throw, but these can be extremely effective at times.
Cool. Fly number 4, Quigley's cinnamon glitter ant, size 18. Fly number 5, parachute ant, black, size 20. We've reached the smallest fly of 5 flies. It's another ant.
And it's tiny. So yeah, this is gonna be even pickier fish. So that's kind of stepping down that level. So I'm getting refusals on the beetles, on the larger ants, cinnamon ants. I'm gonna step down to that teeny tiny little size 20 parachute ant. Still enough parachute in the back to see it, but it's gonna have that really slender profile. If you see fish, feeding off the surface, eating things you can barely see, this is what I'm gonna toss down. It's generally gonna entice a take, and it's something just small enough that it's gonna just kind of not spook the fish at all anytime when landing it. It's generally when they're really picky feeders, this is kind of what they're keying in on. They're really tiny little ant.
So we've stepped down the ladder from size of all these, dry flies, all these terrestrials. If we were to really step down the ladder, you'd be looking at nymphs, leeches, and the like.
Yeah.
But we haven't included those because that's not fun.
Nope.
Well, it's fun.
Dry flies. Dry flies in the high country. That's fun.
For sure. You can take your standard attractor nymphs, your scuds, your leeches and stuff like that, but why do that when you can do that?
Or you can get a nice cutthroat to come up and eat one of these guys. So.
Exactly. Cool. All right, so 5 flies for August. That's it. We're talking high country. I'm going to talk a little bit for a second. High country is a weird thing. People want to do it. They are interested in doing it, but they want spots and stuff like that. And as a fly shop, we're certainly here for you guys to provide information, but we don't want to necessarily just out every spot in the high country. High country spots are earned; they're not given. You can put in time. Google Maps. There's a lot of books out there that have a lot of good information, but there's going to be some questions about where this is, and it's not that we don't want to provide you guys information; it's that it's not appropriate for us.
It's a delicate resource.
Right, it's a delicate resource, and if we were to tell everybody where this was, long hike or short hike or steep hike or moderate hike, we don't want to be part of the a resource sort of getting overpressured. So certainly hope you enjoyed this episode. Get out there on Google Maps, get your gazetteers out, get your high country guides out and stuff like that. Do some exploring this summer. It is a great time to do so. A lot of dry fly eats.
Bring bug spray.
Yeah, bring bug spray,
sunscreen,
water,
food,
rain jacket,
beers,
if you want to carry that, whiskey.
Oh
yeah.
Yep.
And some blister pads maybe.
That as well. Yep.
Oh yeah. All right. That's 5 flies for August. Cheery bye.